What's going on, guys? Matt with Motorworks here, and we are going to take the H2 to the drag strip for one final run of the season. Like I said in the dyno video, I kind of want to see what this thing will do, and I'm going to pay particularly close to the mile an hour. Now, if my mile an hour increases by 2-3 mile an hour, I will know that the exhaust actually had a horsepower gain. Even though I didn't get it dyno tested with the old setup, just having a higher mile an hour will tell me that the bike is actually making more horsepower at the top end. Or I just became a better rider. Either way, like I said, 2 to 3 mile an hour difference. Like if this is hitting close to 155 miles an hour on the drag strip, then I'll know for sure that exhaust actually did make a difference on the bike. Now what I'm going to be doing tonight is, if you look up on the wall behind me over there, right there, I'm going to be putting the sprocket that I had on this bike when I went 151 at Beaver Springs, and I had that same sprocket on when I went 152 at Mason-Dixon Dragway. Reason being, I kind of want to compare it apples to apples. I do know what this did with the stock sprocket, which is on it currently, but I kind of want to see what it does with the smaller sprocket on there, because it tends to take off a little bit easier at the start. It kind of bogs the engine down just a little bit to kind of, give me a better 60-foot time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to be installing my Brock's lowering link. Now, it is an adjustable link, and I'm doing something different this time. I'm actually going to be installing that link at stock ride height here, and then I'm going to lower it at the track and see if it's something that I'd much rather do. In the past, I've just lowered the bike here, put it on a trailer, taken it out to the track, and then raised it back up to stock height when I got home. So I kind of want to try the adjustable portion of that link. So we'll see if I like it. We'll see if, that's something I do going forward. But I'm going to get busy. Next time you see me, we'll be out at the track. Hopefully, it's going to be a little bit colder tomorrow, so we'll see if they're running the track. But I'm going to, like I said, get busy installing this in preparation for the track.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Alright, so red lit, which that's not anything unusual for me, so we'll see. I just ran it out the back then after I red lit. Why not? Just want to see what my time is. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh, he got right in there. was a great rip. You know you went fast when you got to use the rest of the track to slow down. Yeah.
All right, so I lost the Gamblers race. Oh, there we go. Lost the Gamblers race, which I red lit by quite a bit, and I actually broke out of my dial too at a 669 on a 670 dial. So my dial was pretty close. I think I would have lost that race anyway. But, oh well. Then I went and did the quarter mile pretty much back to back, and I bettered my 8th mile by 2/10 and by 4 miles an hour, so way better on that. 973, which I think is the quickest I've run here, I'm not sure, and a speed of 150. I'm letting the bike cool down because, like I said, I just kind of did a hot lap. So the bike's a little bit hot right now. Let it cool down and see if I can improve on that speed. Alright, so we've got about an hour of racing left. I'm going to just try and get as many runs in as I can. So probably one, maybe 2 more runs, and we'll see if we can improve on this 970. Like I said, 973, I think that's the quickest I've gone here. So I think I matched my personal best, but we shall see if I can improve upon it by letting the bike cool down just a little bit more. I'll go over here. Yeah. Alright. So this Harley beside me is extremely fast. But if you want to go faster, I found sometimes you gotta chase it. So we'll see what happens. He is gonna come out of the hole like crazy. I think this thing went 140 in a quarter mile. So we shall see. Didn't realize it was a pro tree. Whoopsie. Getting comfortable with it, that's a good thing. If I could say anything, I'm leaving a lot
smoother.
All right, so all back from the racetrack, and all in all, it was a successful day. The Brox Link worked out really well. Again, that was the first time I actually used that link in that fashion. I've had it on the bike before, but I always lowered the bike, trailered it, and then raised it back up when I got home. It actually only took me probably a good, I want to say 10 to 15 minutes to set everything up, which, you know, that's not terrible, and that's very doable. And like I said, the last time I had this at the track, I couldn't even crack into a 990, and I ran back-to-back 970s all day, and my times were actually getting quicker throughout the day. I believe there was a little bit of a headwind, so I don't think it was an apples-to-apples comparison of when I was there before, mainly because, like I said, it wasn't as breezy when I was there the last time on the bike, so I don't think that comparison of the old exhaust versus this exhaust is a really good one. I did manage to get 150 miles an hour out of this. And like I said, yeah, the short track was actually getting slightly better. It started at a 669 in that bracket race that I signed up for, and by the end of it, on that last pass, as you saw, you know, I was down to the 649 range in the 8th mile. Quarter mile was all 9.7s. So again, part of me just thinks it was just the weather. You know, the breeze was pretty strong, and you kind of had to fight through the wind. But no, overall, the Brox Link, I highly recommend that for anybody that enjoys riding their bike most of the time, but wants to go drag race on the weekends. Yeah, you just need a 16 millimeter wrench and a 13 millimeter wrench, and that thing, you can lower it, like I said, in a matter of minutes. And the only thing that added time to the overall lowering of the bike was putting the strap on the front. I don't run around with the strap already attached. I bolt that on when I get there and cinch it down tight. But I do keep the adapters on the brake calipers at all times. I just don't have any of the bolts hooked up when I go to strap the bike down. But yeah, I was pleased with it. It didn't make a difference, better or worse. So I don't think, again, changing that exhaust out, I think had very little to no effect as far as change goes, which is kind of what I expected. I mean, you set the tune up, it's going to be close no matter what you really put on there. Unless you put on something that's really restrictive or flows extremely well, then you might run into some problems. But I don't think it's that much of a difference. So again, going forward, next time you see this, I might be servicing it over the winter time. I think I want to strip it down, just do a good overall check of the bike. I see a lot of people cleaning out the oil screens that connect to the supercharger, so I'll probably be doing something like that. Probably not going to check the valves or the spark plugs anytime soon, but I will be, you know, pulling it apart, checking that oil screen. Hopefully, if all things go well, I'll be purchasing an intercooler kit for the bike and upping the boost just a little bit. Might go with one gear change, or I might go with a 2-gear change on the supercharger gears. But we'll have to see in the future. I do plan on getting it reflashed. I don't know if it's going to be a reflash for the intercooler and the boost change, but I'll definitely get it reflashed and hopefully get it running better for the exhaust that's on there. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you liked the video, as always, give it a thumbs up. Anything you want to see on this bike, I'll try and get videos out if I can. I can't make any promises, but I'll try and do the best I can. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you next one, guys. Thanks for checking it out.